What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Clash of Champions review. More like Monday Night Raw, really, but Clash of Champions, a lot of reactions are set up, but we're going to talk about the show tonight, about Clash of Champions, or Night of Champions, or whatever WCW pay-per-view they like to call it at this point. We kick it off with the New Day, talking about their 399 days in as the WWE Tag Team Champions. Most likely they want them to beat Demolition's record because WWE hates Demolition right now because of the whole concussion lawsuit, as they went against the Club, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, which, let's be honest here, I will say this about this match, because they talk about Gallows and Anderson could be the third team to hold the WWE and IWGP Tag Team Champions like the Dudleys and the Steiners. And looking at this match, as short as it was, it's a little bit one of these situations where it's too little too late. The Club looked like badasses tonight. They beat up the New Day, and they pretty much kicked their asses. They did that. They kicked their asses in the match, and they actually looked like legit badasses. But the finish of this, which, people thought that, Gallows would destroy the trombone, but it's weird that the faces acted like heels in the end, taking the trombone and hitting Carl Anderson over the head with it. And after that, New Day hit the Midnight Run, or whatever finisher is, that double team move won. It's just a little, here's the problem with this. Why couldn't the Club been badasses in the start instead of look like fucking idiots to get loose all the time and do skits about testicles and old people? And, saying about Raw, I'm going to get into that tomorrow or whatever, but it even would look dumb if they did the same match again the next night and then they win the titles, but it doesn't kind of make up for the shit booking you guys had, losing to a whole bunch of people saying we're not playing around anymore. It's like it's too little too late from what they booked this. Like, what the fuck? Like, they actually look like legit badasses, like the real Bullet Club tonight. But then they still lose, and New Day gets to go on the 400 days. TJ Perkins. And this is a 50-50 on this. This has to do with his new theme song with TJ Perkins. TJ Perkins came out looking like Mega Man tonight. A video game music, pretty much beat. With 8 bits and all that to go against Brian Kendrick. And I like Kendrick, and the match was okay. It was good. A bit botchy, really, out there. But it's like the fans kind of came in and out with it. And, I know, like I said, it's 50-50 with TJ Perkins, which I don't think the guy can really talk. It was one of those, happy to be here type of promos. But he did go out. He did have a good match with Brian Kendrick. And Kendrick pretty much went heel. They shook hands and hugged, and then he headbutted him, which was not most of them like a sad story, but Kendrick won that title. Perkins did win with the what is it called? The knee bar. I still hate that they call the bully choke the captain's hook, but yeah, it was a good match. 2K17 commercial with Alberto Del Rio, which is still here even though he's left now. Cesaro versus Sheamus in the Best of 7 series. Listen, I'm gonna be honest from the start. I've already shitted on this whole series. Like, I don't think it was good to begin with. I didn't give a fuck about this because I knew it was gonna be 7 matches anyways, with Sheamus going 3 in first and then Cesaro hitting the next 3. And but here's the thing: what got people to wake up for the match was when fucking Cesaro damn near killed himself doing a suicide dive on Sheamus. Jesus Christ, his neck and his head. I was scared for that guy for a minute. I just, I don't know how he avoided that damage, or if he even has a concussion. It's just like the guy went in. He just looked kind of dazed for a minute. But Jesus, that botch, it was just really scary. And the fact that he continued this match and still kept hitting these big spots, I thought he would have got bro kicking and be over. And that hitting Cesaro, even hitting a neutralizer, steel kick out, and then a white noise on the ground. But I think the problem was that it was a no contest. And I think I wasn't a fan of the finish. Security oversold their part, falling on the ground when they went over the barricade. and it was just a no finish. And you could see Cesaro holding his neck a little and head checking his arm, which I do think that was real. But they pretty much ended with Sheamus trying to come back there, and everybody chanting "Let them fight" or chanting Mick Foley. But geez, that was a scary moment for Cesaro. That was just scary. I didn't know what could have happened to Cesaro. That dive. I don't think he should ever do that suicide dive again, because that was just, it was just fucked, dude. He just went in and it was just bad. I just sat there like, wow, Cesaro nearly killed himself. But they woke the crowd up and they got people to actually pay attention to this match. Some may say it was one of the best ones of the night, but it was okay. Well, not okay. It was actually a really, really good match. It was just a spot that woke people up. Sami Zayn went against Chris Jericho. I know people are going to complain about this. They had a good match out there with Chris Jericho winning clean over Sami Zayn. Clean win, by the way. Beat Sami, which I knew he was winning. Some are going to complain that Jericho shouldn't be going over, and Zayn really hasn't gone anywhere since the whole match with Owens. It's like he's been lost in the shuffle lately. Just like after that big match with Owens and had to win, it's just like Sami's just been there just because. Like, he's just there to be there. Like, he hasn't, got any type of big feud or something like that. It hasn't gone nowhere. But time will tell, I guess. But I don't know, Jericho being the most over guy on Raw right now, I can't really complain because Jericho's super over. People are loving the gift to Jericho, the list, drink it in, man, Kevin Owens' best friend, whatever you want to call it. So, it's kind of hard to complain with that. Charlotte went against Sasha Banks and Bayley. Triple threat for the Women's Championship. No DQ, by the way. Charlotte being 11-0 in pay-per-views as she defended the title, which, since it's no DQ, Dana Brooke got involved, which I think was probably one of the best matches of the night. The only thing that was a problem was the anticlimactic finish of just Charlotte hitting a big boot on Bayley. I know people are going to complain and say Bayley is, shouldn't be taking all these pins and everything that quickly, because if she loses too much, it's not going to go well. Or someone says Sasha doing those bank statement, the backstab, and like she just rolled people into it. But it was a really good match with all three of them. Which I don't think Charlotte was ever going to lose the title, but really good match. I just think that finish was anticlimactic. Roman Reigns versus Rusev for the U.S. Championship. Listen, I never doubted Roman Reigns winning this title to begin with. I don't think the crowd gave a shit for a minute because they knew he was winning this title. Yes, they booed at him. But then when the Delete chants and CM Punk chants came up, I knew what was happening. And Roman, they just hit all those finishes on Roman and he still kicks out of them. Lana gets involved, still kicks out of them. But when it came to the end, with Rusev grabbing Roman Reigns so you can never beat him, he hit that spear, won the match, and got the belt. Okay? Some people may think Roman Reigns may be out of the Universal title picture, but hey, he had the U.S. title. Don't mean they won't double title that they never did with Seth Rollins to give him 2 belts. People may think Roman Reigns is out of the whole running for the title and just holding the U.S. He could go for both. Don't be surprised if they put him for both. Knowing Vince, he wants him to get over his face that badly. And he's been getting the best of Rusev ever since. Honestly, Roman Reigns has been kicking the shit out of Rusev, like, for months now, really. Especially at SummerSlam. And even more, even though, Rusev screwed Roman Reigns out of the title. And we got to the main event, the video package for Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens for the Universal title. Most of them, they say that package was mostly about Stephanie and Triple H. Mostly about Triple H in the video package, about him going after that, which they fought for the Universal title, which was a really, really good match, which Kevin Owens was great, saying like, you call yourself an architect, you don't have a foundation, which is really great. And I thought one of the best spots, even though people were quiet for the match in a way, I thought one of the best parts was when this senton off the table with Kevin Owens telling the referee to suck it 2 times, and then he put himself through the table. Even Seth Rollins telling Kevin Owens to suck it. But then we got to the finish. People really expected Triple H to come out, most likely. Mostly, I think everybody thought Triple H was going to come out. But he did not come out. Who did they send out there? Chris Jericho to help once the ref, which probably, my God, these ref bumps look so fucking weak about Seth Rollins barely even touching the ref. But still is down, by the way. Just went down for almost 5 to 10 minutes. So when Jericho got involved after that ref bump, Rollins hit the suicide dive on both guys. But the problem with Seth Rollins, and I think people may think he's legitimately injured, was when Kevin Owens did a frog splash off the top rope on Seth. Some say he may have punctured his rib or whatever, which looked legit, and he probably was really hurt. But, you know, we can never be too sure, so you never know. But he did look kind of fucked right there when he went through that. But when it came into the end, Stephanie sent another ref out there, and Owens pretty much hit the pop-up powerbomb and won the match. And, you know, I think, like I said, people expected Triple H to come out, but, you know, Jericho, I guess him being out there was just happening just because. Listen, this show tonight felt like another minute. By the way, they went over with this pay-per-view, to be honest, like, even more. You think they stopped the 45-minute mark or 50. They went on for over an hour and 5 or 10 minutes. Like, I was ready for the show to end. Like, okay, we can wrap it up now. This has been going on a little bit too long. It's like these matches got 5 extra minutes that didn't need to be happening out there. And just didn't work well for a lot of these people in these matches tonight. And I didn't even see the pre-show with Nia Jax and Alicia Fox, but I just heard Nia Jax won, and that's it. That was actually a squash match, but New Day and Club, I don't know what to say about Club at this point. They've booked them like fucking fools. So don't be surprised if there's a rematch on Raw and they lose or whatever, but I feel like it will happen. But, and I know it's going to be a hard ratings for tomorrow. There was the presidential debate between Clinton and Trump. So I'm sure people are going to be flipping their TVs tomorrow to see which shit's going to be stupider. Who's going to say anything stupid. But that's just my Clash of Champions review. The live reactions are posted up on YouTube. Please go check them out. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. And peace out.